In this video, we are going to discuss about amortized analysis. Let our aim is to calculate the time complexity of an algorithm. We know algorithm means a set of instructions where each instruction will perform an operation. So algorithm provides a set of operations. Let we have 10 operations in the algorithm. Let the algorithm contains 10 instructions where each instruction performs an operation. So let algorithm is containing 10 operations. So out of 10 operations, assume that one operation is very expensive, whereas remaining 9 operations are cheaper. So expensive means it will take more time. Cheaper means it will take less time. So let us assume that for performing this expensive operation, we require 10 time units. So 10 time units are required in order to perform only one operation, one expensive operation. Whereas in order to perform the cheaper operation, we require only one time unit. So we have 9 operations, 9 cheaper operations. So 9 into 1 is equal to 9. So totally 9 operations are required. Okay. So what is the worst case time complexity of this algorithm? So here what is the most expensive one? So this, for performing only this operation, the worst, here the time complexity is 10 time units. Whereas for performing these 9 operations, the time complexity, it will take only 9 time units. So here the worst one is out of 10 and remaining all are 1, 1, 1, 1. Likewise, we have 9 operations. So which is expensive? 10. So we can say that here the time complexity is order of 10. So it will take more amount of time. Whereas if we calculate the average cost of the corresponding algorithm, then the time complexity is like this. Okay. So for performing this expensive operation 10, whereas for performing 9 operations 9. So 10 plus 9 means 19. So total operations by how many operations which we have? We have 10 operations. So 19 by 10. So that is equal to 1.9. So with the help of the amortized analysis, we will calculate average cost of a operation. Average cost of each operation will be calculated with the help of amortized analysis. So if we see here, what is the complexity here? Order of 1.9. That means order of 2. Whereas the worst case time complexity here is order of 10. So we are reducing from order of 10 to order of 2. Now let's see what is amortized analysis. Amortized analysis is a technique used to find the average cost of an operation over a sequence of operations when one operation is expensive and most of the operations are cheaper. So let us assume that one operation is very expensive, remaining all operations are very cheaper. So in that occasion, in order to find the average cost of an operation over a sequence of operations, we will use amortized analysis technique. Next point, a single expensive operation increases the worst case time complexity of entire algorithm. So here if we calculate worst case time complexity, so this one instruction time complexity is order of 10. So because of this instruction, so the time complexity will become order of 10. So therefore, when the total cost is averaged over many operations, the average cost per the operation becomes small. If we take here in this algorithm, what is the average cost of each operation? 1.9. So we can reduce from 10 to 1.9. So 3 techniques are used in amortized analysis. First one is aggregate analysis. Second one is accounting method. Third one is potential method. In this video, we are going to discuss about aggregate analysis with the help of dynamic array. In the next videos, we will discuss about aggregate analysis with two more examples such as stack as well as binary counter, and in the other videos, in the next videos, we will discuss about accounting method as well as the potential method. Now let's see the first technique, that is aggregate analysis. It is the simplest method out of all the three methods. Here the formula is amortized cost equal to total cost of all the operations by number of operations. Total cost of all the operations is denoted by T of n, whereas number of operations is denoted by n. Now let's see the aggregate analysis by taking dynamic array. In the next video, I will discuss about aggregate analysis with two more examples such as stack as well as binary counter. So I will share that video link in the description as well as first comment. Let's see what is a dynamic array. Dynamic array allows us to insert the elements without knowing the size of the array. So with the help of the dynamic array, we can insert n number of elements into the array without knowing what is the final size of the array. Now let us implement dynamic array. Initially the size of the array is 1. So let us insert the element. Let the element is 10. So now the array is full. So now we have to double the array size. So previously array size is 1. So if we double, then the size will become 2. So now we have to copy the previous array element. Here what is the previous array element? 10. So let us copy 10. Now insert the element. Let us insert 20. Now the array is full. So we have to double the array. So now the size of the array will become 4. The previous array elements are 10, 20. So copy those two elements into the new array. So 10, 20. Now let us perform one more insertion operation. Let us insert 30. Now let us insert one more element. So now we can insert, let the next element is 40. Now let us perform one more insertion operation. The array is full, so we have to double the size of the array. So previously array size is 4. Now the new array size will become 8. So we have to copy these 4 elements into the new array. So likewise we will do the proceedings. So let us take I. So here I stands for inserted element. So which element we are inserting? Next, size. So what is the size of the array? Next, cost. So what is the cost of each operation? So here we have two rules. The first rule is, if array is not full, then the cost of that operation is 1. Whereas if the array is full, then we have to perform 3 things. So first, what is the first one? Double the array. Double the size of the array, double array size. Next, second one, copy the previous array elements. Next, third one, insert the array element. So first let us calculate for insertion operation what is the time complexity of the dynamic array. In order to insert an element, the time complexity is order of n. If we want to insert n elements, then the time complexity is n into order of n, means order of n square. So order of n square is the time complexity for dynamic array. For inserting n elements into the array, the time complexity is order of n square. So with the help of the amortized analysis and the first technique, aggregate analysis, we are trying to reduce the cost. So let us perform now. So let us assume that we are inserting the first element. Let the element is 1. So what is the size? Initially the size is 1. Initially the size is 1. So the array contains that inserted element, that is 1. So what is the cost here? Here the array is not full. While performing the insertion, array is not full. So the cost is 1. So 1. Now let us insert the second element. So now the array is full. So what we have to do? First step, double the array size. So double the array size. So for doubling the array size, what is the cost? Here the array size is 2. So the cost is 2. Next one, copy the previous array element. So what is the previous array element? 1. So let us copy that element. So what is the cost here? Here we are copying one element. So the cost is 1. Next, insert the array element. So here which element we are inserting? Second element. So let us insert the element. Okay. Here the size is 2. There is no need to write the size. If you want, you can write. Okay. Next, let us insert. For inserting element, what is the cost? 1. Next, let us insert 3. Here previously the array is full. If the array is full, then we have to double the array size. So now the array size will become, previously it is 2. So now it will become 4. So what is the cost? Here we have 4 instructions. We can insert 4 elements. So the cost is 4. We have 4 empty cells. So the cost is 4. Next, to copy the previous array elements. Here we have 2 elements. Let us copy those elements. So the cost is, for copying 2 elements, the cost is 2. So 4 plus 2 plus. Next, which element we are inserting? 3. So for inserting 3, the cost is 1. We are inserting only one element. Next, let us insert 4. Let us insert 4. Now the array is not full. We have one more empty locations. So there is no need to double the array size. There is no need to copy the previous array elements. So here the array is previous array only, 1, 2, 3. So let us insert the element. So now what is the cost here? If the array is not full, then the cost is 1. So only for inserting that element, the cost is 1. Okay. Next, let us insert one more element. I, size, cost. Let the next element is 5. Now the array is full. So what we have to do? We have to double the size of the array. So now the array will contain how many locations? Previously we have 4 locations. Now the array will contain 8 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 locations. So what is the cost now? Here the array contains 8 empty locations. So 8 is the cost. Next, what is the next one? Copy the previous array elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 elements we are copying. So 4 is the cost. Plus we are inserting 5th element. So only one element we are inserting. So the cost is 1. So likewise, for inserting the remaining 3 elements, 6, 7, 8. What is the cost? 1. Because for 6 we have one empty location. For 7 we have one empty location. For 8 we have one empty location. So for inserting 6 the cost is 1. For inserting 7 the cost is 1. For inserting 8 the cost is 1. Next, for inserting 9, what is the cost? So previously array will contain 8 elements. So now the array will contain how many elements? 16 elements. So 16 plus. So previously array contains 8 elements. So we have to copy those elements. Now we are inserting which element? 9th element. So the cost is 1. Now let us calculate the amortized cost. Amortized cost equal to, so total cost of all the operations by number of operations. So what is the cost of the first operation? 1 plus cost of the second operation 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus cost of third operation 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus fourth operation cost 1 plus fifth operation cost 8 plus 4 plus 1 plus sixth operation cost 1 plus seventh operation cost 1 plus 8th operation cost 1 rupee. 9th operation cost, so we have to copy, we have to double the size, so that is 16 plus. We have to copy the 8th elements, so 8 plus, so cost of inserting 1 is 1. Okay, so that is equal to, let us calculate. Here the value is 1, so 1 plus, let us take the first term in parenthesis expression. So here we have 2, here we have 4, here we have 8, here we have 16. So 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus, let us take the second term. So here the second term is 1 plus, here the second term is 2 plus, here the second term is 4 plus, here the second term is 8 plus, next we will get 16 plus, if we take the last value, here we have 1, last value 1, last value 1, last value 1, so on. By, so this is nothing but total cost of all the operations by number of operations. Let me have n operations, so n. So the time complexity for this series is log n plus, this is also same as the series, so log n plus, so for this series 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus so on 1, it will be complete, it will be continued up to n. So the formula is n is repeated, 1 is repeated n times. So the time complexity is n by, so number of operations are n. So log n plus log n means 2 log n plus n by n. So out of n log n, the most dominant term is n. So if n is 8, then log 8 will become, if n is 8, then log n will become log 2 power 3. So that means 3. If n is 16, then log 16 will become log 2 power 4. So 4. So what is the dominant term? N is the dominant term. So we can take n. So n. So time complexity means we will write order. So order of n by, out of 2 log n, out of log n and n is the most dominant term. So here we are calculating the time complexity. That's why we are writing order of n by n. So n will be cancelled. So here we will get 1. So n into 1 equal to n. N into 1 equal to n. So order of 1. So order of 1 is the amortized cost. So previously what is the time complexity of the dynamic error in worst case? Order of n square. Now that is reduced from n square to order of 1. So in the next video we will discuss about amortized analysis with the help of 2 more approaches called stack as well as binary counter.